the buttons on the top of my camera real quick. I'm trying to figure out exactly. I'm adjusting my sound in the next room, so I'm trying to see if my system's too loud. It's like 4 o'clock in the morning. All right, first things first, my name's Kenneth Bird. My company is Crystal Edge Technology Screens. We're still waiting for these orders, which I don't think they placed them. We know they didn't place them. But anyway, what we're going to be talking about today, really quick, is the black and white challenge. Now, this is a challenge we put up, I think it was about a year ago. We put this challenge up for this particular individual because this particular video came to me. I don't know who sent me this video. Somebody sent me this video. And they were saying, look, you want to see something crazy? Check this out. We found this on his channel. And I was like, okay. So they sent me over this link. I look at it, I go, what in the world is this? He said, this is a video of Crow Screen Paint when he was giving it away for free. And I knew he gave his products away for free. We knew that. But we didn't know that there was a video of it laying around because we've had conversations. Mind you, we met Crow many, many years back. We were doing a YouTube video on the D5K and he happened to pop up in one of our channels and he was asking for free ingredients. He was asking us if we share ingredients. We said, no, we don't do that. Then the day. And he became extremely frustrated over this. So, and this is one of the videos a link we got from somebody saying, you may want to look at this. We saw the video. This is when he was selling the product. And I was like, wait a minute, why is he there making a black and white product? And why is it for free? Because in the video it was for free. Found out, we did some research, we found out that Crow used to give away free screen paint products. He never sold them, he used to give away for free. Eventually, somewhere along the line, in his video, and I'm pretty sure all these are deleted and gone, he pretty much wiped everything clean, but except for we got this one. He pretty much said that the reason why he couldn't really give away his products anymore is because it was costing him money. Technically, no, it's not costing you any money. That's why this guy's a huge, massive liar. But again, we'll go into that one next week about his fibs and lies and stuff. Unbelievable sort of stuff. But anyway, again, you're not losing any money. If you make the item one time, like under the Digital One Crystal Screen Paint, under that site we have, we're not losing any money. It's not costing anything. We just go in, post the ingredients, we made the products, it's right there, that's it. We just make them one time. They can go in and make it as many times as they want to all day long. It's not costing me a dime at all, period. I just post the ingredients. Same thing you would have did here, wouldn't have cost you any money. But you're telling people it costs you money, and it didn't cost you any money at all. You just wanted to make money. That's what you wanted to do. So he went around ridiculing everybody else that sold screen paint and said, you guys are wrong, you're this, that, and the other, because I'm giving it away for free, and you guys are charging people, and you're stealing from people, and then himself. Have here is the fact that people that have been selling their products have been selling their products. You, on the other hand, were giving this away for free. So the question came up quite a few times. Is the free product that he's actually used to give away many years back matching the product that he's actually selling now? This is where I showed you we did our own test demonstrations and we were able to make several of his products by using the exact same mixture. We're not saying mixture, we were able to change it up, but this same blend right here, no problem. This is why on camera, if you hear me say 246, that means how, 246, sorry, I'm doing the whole thing he did with the whole gallons of paint. I'm gonna get messed up with that nonsense. 2, 3, 4, and 5. That means how many tablespoons per each quart to make his products. And we asked him to do this challenge. You see at the top where it says right here, crystal clear, where it says, this was a challenge that was given to him to make this product on live, which he has refused to do multiple times, hoping that it would go away. So guess what? Challenge is now reborn and back again. We are requesting from you, Jamie Fernando Gonzalez, aka YouTube channel Crow1176, to back up the claim that you are not selling your free screen paint, something that they could easily make themselves. And we are requesting you to do these demonstrations live on YouTube today or tomorrow. Doesn't make a difference. Just get it done. We'll put a time stamp because he'll wait forever to get it done. And this is something you should do. Because if you sit there and complain about saying, well, yes, I had done it. You want the videos? I'll send them to you. I ain't got a problem. The 38 Black Widow, the Phantom, we did one online and we made products. We made actual black great products, gunmetal products, whatever we could have thrown against the screen. We had countless demonstrations of our products where it's black paint, black fabric, you name it, we've done it. We even tried to make black paint and throw it against our own products and still didn't match. So if you want those demonstrations, I have no problem with backing it up 100%. The problem we have here is you have not been able to back your product up 100%. So again, you've already done the network grade 773. We saw the outcome of that. Did not go well for this man at all. It went extremely bad. But this is the video right here. We're breaking it down in slow motion so you can see it. As you can see, you have a black house paint here. You have a white house paint here. This mix is made by putting in 2 tablespoons of black paint to make that product. So this is what we need to know, and everybody should be knowing at the end of the day, is are you selling free paint? Now mind, as I said before, we don't want to see a hiccup. We don't want to see a bump. We have a history of him doing demonstrations of saying, look at this light color, look at this light change. There's no slight change. They both look the same. The bare silver screen, the same thing happened with the grade 773. Now, interesting about the network grade 773, that is a product, let me pause right here for a minute. That is a product that does not require a black and white paint mix at all, period. You don't have to put any black paint into it, put any white paint to change it. That is right off the shelf, but not changing. No glitter, no silver, nothing put into it at all, just off the shelf, that's it. This is the video itself where he got caught. The product right here matched perfectly. As you can see, it matched perfectly. Network grade 773, his product. Even at $40, and he says, well, in California, $4 a quart. Even at $40 a quart. At $40 a quart, it's still cheaper than your product. Your product is $80 to $89, and this is $40 a quart. Customer's still saving $40. And over here, yes, it's a gallon. It's $23 a gallon. As a matter of fact, I'm going to check your prices over there in California and find out exactly how much you pay for that product. We can call California area over in Benjamin Moore and find out exactly what it costs. All right, I'm in there setting up for my demonstration next. Okay, so as I said before, like I said, we made the same thing here. We got some black and white paint, mixed it together, came up with these ingredients right here, was able to match the product with no problem whatsoever. So we want to see if he could do the same demonstration as we did here and show a difference. So we copied the same video. We didn't go out and we didn't come up with our own conclusions. We copied the same video. Now in this one, we changed it up a bit. We did 1 with 2, 1 with 3, 1 with 4, 1 with 5. Then we did some experiment. We did 1 with 10. All together, it's just black and white paint. Here's the different products we made. Same thing by making 2, 3, 4, and so forth. So in the next room over here, we have our samples made. The UV mix was interesting to make. Now when you make the darker products, we went in and just basically started off with the base being black first and then drop it in white. Now these are the samples of paints we painted. And his sample sheets are laying against each sheet. So we got the UV mix here. I think we got this personal mix there in the middle. And then on the far end, we have the Metallica mix. So doing our own test. Now the demonstration I did in that video, the full demonstration, in that video right there, the one I'm showing you with the black and white mixture, we didn't put that against the Cinemax, not Cinemax, but Cinemax was in there. We did it against the personal mix. So we didn't do, that was a Metallica mix 2.0, and that black and white mixture he had there in the video, we put that against the Metallica mix, and it matches. Completely different product. So this is what we need for you to do today. We need you to go in and back your product, which you should be doing anyway. No one should ever have to give you a challenge. You should automatically back your product from the door, because your customers, need to ask the question, are they buying house paint or are they buying us? Are they getting house paint? Are they getting house paint, number one? We know that. But is this product free? And this is a product, like I said, he gave away for free. For those who are saying, well, no, that's not true. Yeah, the video shows him making a product. Why would you sell something that you're showing people literally at the end of the day how to make? I love it when I get naysayers to come in and say the dumbest things on the face of the planet. The dumbest things. You see the guys dying that set, you see that Tim in the video, and they'll say, oh, that's not, that he does people, again, why? If you're selling something, are you showing how to make the product? And then you try to sell it. This is how we make it, but I want you to pay such and such and so forth. So the question is, did you buy a free screen paint or a house paint at the end of the day? The Network 773 matches that perfectly. But did you buy a free screen paint? Because you can go scour my channel, you won't find one demonstration of me basically making anything we developed. Old products, yeah, digital and crystal screen paint, we have no problem with showing you what's in that stuff, because we don't even make that stuff anymore, period. That stuff couldn't even put a damage on us if we wanted to. It doesn't even match our products in any way whatsoever. And for anyone to go back and say, well, I'm gonna take the digital and crystal screen paint, put that against house paint, it should match house paint, to tell you the truth. We did those demonstrations too. It did match house paint. As a matter of fact, the Network Grade 773 matched it also. That's why I sat there and said on camera, I'm glad I don't make this stuff anymore. We did all that stuff already. We're very thorough. Here, your 3 large sample sheets that we did by making our own screen paint products using the same tutorial video that we got from Fernando Gonzalez or Crow1176. And we were able to duplicate the product just by using the same video. So figuring out the base of it when he first started was 2 tablespoons of black paint. We were able to go in and just add in the same ingredients, but just a little bit more. Now, shame we didn't get the audio on that. We should have got the audio. We didn't get the audio on the dub, but in the audio basically stated that he said he wondered if you put 3 more tablespoons or 4 more tablespoons in, what he would have got from the product. Well, we did it for you because we have, I think, I don't know if I can remember it. I think we posted the ingredients at one point, which one it was. I know we did one with the Metallica mix and we put 10 tablespoons of black. That one came out quite interesting. So that one had the ability to be able to paint, do 98% of the personal mix and the Metallica mix combined. So I'll go over to the screen right here and show you. The entire time we're doing the demonstration, his product is up there. So that right there, that is the personal mix. Yep, that's the personal mix. There is the Metallica mix right there. That one fell off the wall. Put it right back up there. Right there. And over there, that is the UV mix. There you go. Watch the rest of that. I gotta go get some down in the basement. Okay, let me see. Don't want this video to be too long. All right, so this is the video tutorial showing you how we made it. Explains the whole thing. We break it down there. Matches the white levels. We did the whole full test on it. We did white levels, we did color, everything. Contrast levels, everything. To make sure everything was doing correctly what it was supposed to do. You know, I'm very thorough about my test, so we did the whole 9 yards. It matched in every single way. So the question is, did you just buy free paint? Now, in order for him to back this up, he's going to have to go on YouTube Live and do this demonstration. If it takes him more than a week to do this, you got your answer. Because it shouldn't take more than a week to do this demonstration. Now, if you request any of my demonstrations on my product where it's black on black, I got no problem. I got over 60 demonstrations. How much do you want? We got demonstrations of us painting screens black. We got demonstrations of buying 4 or 5 gallons of different forms of black paint. We want how much you want, we can send it right over to you. I got no problem with doing those demonstrations today because that's what we do. But you, on the other hand, have failed to do these demonstrations. When I say a difference between night and day, I'm not talking about matching the screen. If your product comes up looking just like this, and those demonstrations, you've already messed up. And you're going to join right down here. You get on camera and you say, oh, it's a slight hue or this or that dumb nonsense, you're gonna be right here. I'm gonna put a video player right there for you, for your video, if you get it done today. Because he'll get on camera and say, no, there's a slight difference, there's a slight hue, there's a slight discoloration. Yeah, that's what you kind of said right here, way back with the bare silver screen. There was supposed to be a huge, massive difference. There's no difference, it looks exactly the same. So this is what you got to watch out for. This is why we put all this down here, so you can see this is stuff he's been doing for years. Now, you may take this in a way by saying, oh, you're just coming for... No, buddy. Your product is fake. It is. We could, like I said, at the end of the day, we could buy your stuff all day long. Our money goes back to our account because you can't back your product up. And even when we do get it down here through somebody else who brings it down to us, it still fails miserably. It still matches house paint. It still washes out in fully lit environments. It does poorly on venue projectors. And then when we request for you to buy directly from us, no orders. You can't back your stuff. You don't camera as small all you want. Your stuff doesn't work. Your customers have been buying free screen paint. And the only way to clear that up is to go and do the demonstration against that. It's not house, apartment, I don't need to make a difference. That's his place, his home, because I'm not trying to be disrespectful. Your home, your environment, your hand doing that demonstration. That is you. So you need to get in there and do this demonstration to prove to your customers you didn't just sell them $80 to $90 for free paint. And you're going to have to show a difference between night and day. Because I get asked all the time when we're doing black screen paints from companies all the time, what's the difference between your product and black paint? What's the difference if I just take a black sheet and do the same thing? Guess what? We got demonstrations after demonstrations after demonstrations after demonstrations after demonstrations. Oh, you're using a 4,000? We drop it at 1,000 lumens. In my environments, my max out zone in the basement, it's brighter literally than your entire apartment. And I'm not joking, I'm dead serious. Meters don't pick up in that environment. It's not trying to be rude, but his environments are dark. You want to do a challenge on environments? Do you really want to go down that road? You will not match me. Your environments are too dark. If you got to get that close to a screen, to a contract, because they'll look at it like, why is he so close to the screen? They know you're not supposed to be that close to the screen to show the difference. You should be to sit back at 13 and 14 feet and see a difference. So that's bad. You should never be that close to a screen. You did the exact same thing here a year ago. And this is a demonstration he did with bare silver screen. He did this exact same demonstration. Everything blended in. Did the same thing with the network grade 773. Looking at a Home Depot with the product right there. That's the number right there for what he has. Now, the reason why in the demonstration, the product matched him perfectly. But the reason why his contrast levels and colors were coming up a little better because the network gray, if you ever had a bare silver screen, is a very, very, very light gray. Very light gray. So it's easy for it to basically, of course, it's going to pick up a higher white level, but the contrast is going to drop a little bit. Color may drop a little bit. That's basically about it. That's all it does. And at that, you're sitting in the dark because I can see the light peeking around your air conditioner where your curtains are at. My goodness. Right there. You did that demonstration in the pitch black darkness. I can see the light pushing around the air conditioner right here. So it must have been like probably about 12 noon, maybe 11, 12. Your environment literally is that dark that I can see the light pushing it around your windows. This is what I'm talking about. How in the world are you doing a no, forget it. Forget it. This is what I'm talking about. The lighting we use in our environments are far brighter than yours. You're sitting there in the freaking afternoon. Let's think about the afternoon. No, it would be afternoon because the light wouldn't be hitting the side of that window. It had to be a little than that. It could be around maybe 10, probably 10 o'clock, somewhere around in that area. We'll check the chime stamp on it. Oh, wait a minute, the video won't exist anymore. But anyway, yeah, it's pretty bright because if that was in the afternoon, you wouldn't have that much light making contact. It'd be dark in that section right there. So yeah, that's gotta be early in the morning where sunlight is hitting, or 12 noon, we're hitting right up against the sunlight hitting. But either way, just to show you how dark his environments are, that you literally can see all that light pushing up in that corner by that window. And that shows you he had all the windows, sorry about that. He had everything blocked off so you couldn't see it. In the background, that's my old screen reflecting. Right here. How that matched on every level. You got to get that close. When someone has to get that close to a screen, again, to show you the difference, first red flag. And if they have to get that close to the screen to show you a contrast level, first red flag. No one is going to get that close to a screen to recognize the difference. No one. Excuse me. No one's going to get that close. Nobody. And same thing in the video, they said, oh, but there's a slight color hue in the video. It's like you can't see the difference. You know, there's a difference. Here it's a little faded. It's an off ivory levels. It's not even funny. It's matching. I don't know where you're getting that from. I was wondering. I'm not going to be rude about this, but yeah, he should definitely consider getting his eyes checked. And he should. There is no way in the world you're going to sit there and tell me that this right here, this is the bare silver screen on this side, and your product, it doesn't look the same. It doesn't look the same at all. Yeah, okay. So that's why we need him to do that free paint, because that paint right there, again, that is a gallon. Oh, actually, you got to sample that. But anyway, you can get a gallon over here at 23. I'm gonna go over and get a price list and see how much California charges for paint, because I want to be accurate when I start speaking about this. Because again, you're going to have paint that's going to be cheaper in some places and more in others, depending on the cost of living, which he doesn't understand that part. But I want to be clear to find out exactly curiosity, because I have friends who might live in California first, and they complain about when they come over here. Well, they don't complain when they come over to Philadelphia. Like, good. Well, they do kind of complain. They say, good gracious, you pay that much for a can of soda? You know how much money it costs where I live at? Yeah, I've heard that 1,000 times. So, yep. He's been doing this for quite some time. So when we see that, if he ever does the black and white house paint challenge, if he ever does it, which I don't think he's going to do it, as I said before, because he can't back the product up, but you're getting free paint. Because there's no secret behind it. There's no special abilities or anything. It does the same thing as house paint. Look. He goes in here probably trying to explain the pinkish hue, the off ivory color. I'm not seeing that at all, buddy. Now, can you imagine me coming on here and say, okay, these are two black screens side by side, right? This one right here, we charge $456 for, and this one over here, you can get for $23 a gallon. Yeah, which one would you go for? I would just do the one for $23 because, again, why would I pay $456 for this over here if I'm going to get it over here for around $75? So $75, I think it was $75 at the time. $75 here, and over here it is around at 23 or 24. I'm gonna check on it. I'm gonna go and take a look and see exactly what the prices cost over there at Sherman. Look at this. How do you explain that? Now I'm gonna take this whole entire link we call the blacklist. I'm gonna put it at the bottom. You can click and go right in there. Do your research, check it out for yourself. But as you can see, no, I'm sorry. That paint matched again perfectly with no problem whatsoever. Again. So that's the same thing we want to do this over here with the bare silver screen. This is why we paused it here on the Apple right here. This video was in the dark, as you can see. Now, the one he has here is the Network Gray 773. And there's this video right there playing him making the product for free. Right there, we got it right over there in the corner. Just happened to pop up on that video too over there. We kind of did every video. That video is actually peppered in every single video what we've done, showing that he's been faking demonstrations, how he's been scamming people. Here we go. Now this is the same here, but this is on Network Gray 773 instead. The reason why the image looks faded here because he has the lights on. Isn't it interesting that his product faded out the same time that the house paint faded out too, on top of that? Here, this is what people pointed out here, how badly it faded out. And he was so, like I said, he kept putting stuff in front of the camera. He was very nervous in this video. He kept putting the objects in front of the screen. He kept getting up over and over again. He was very antsy, very nervous. Long rants about painting and all other kinds of stuff. He kept walking away from the screen. There's all kinds of stuff that was going on in this video. I didn't really catch it because, like, usually I don't play his voice in videos, but when he sat there and said, oh, we got to post at the bottom too, the math issue thing, that was something interesting. I didn't even know he was even talking that way in the video. Now he's sitting there and I know he's seeing the same thing everybody else is seeing. We did go in, I had a request that somebody wanted me to go in and check the chat. They wanted to see what the reaction from the customers. There were no customers trolls. We know trolls in there. Solid Wake was one of the ones that was in there. Solid Wake 5, he was in there. So in his comment, he was the only one that made the statement by saying, hey, it looks exactly the same. Yeah, it doesn't work well. Your credibility is done. I mean, it is completely done. So that's done. But that's it. And the other trolls, they weren't even paying him any mind. They were asking some questions here and there, but they weren't backing this up because there's no way in the world anybody in their right mind is not going to sit there and no one's going to sit there and go, oh, They're completely different. No, buddy, they're exactly the same. Back on the bare silver screen at what was matching, same scenario here. The problem is he doesn't understand that your product can't match in any way whatsoever. It can't be any match at all, period. You don't want any match. You can't go, oh, it's a slight little color here. So no one's going to see that. They can't even see it in the pictures. They don't see any difference in the videos. Nothing. It's matching. There you go. So when you do a demonstration, you have to show a difference between night and day. Some people don't understand the concept of that. Now you see outside my window, see where Mr. Sun is about to pop up in a few minutes, all right? Well, he's already up. You can walk outside right now, you're not gonna say it's nighttime, right? You know the difference between night and day. It has to be a huge, massive difference. Again, if this man took this down to a facility over in any place and they did this demonstration, the guys, let me go over to Home Depot and get myself some gray paint, see if it matches. They're going to tell you to leave. They're going to give you an airline ticket. They're going to send you back because there is no way in the world they're going to sit there and spend all this money to paint your screen paint up when they can do the same thing with gray paint. No way in the world they're going to do it. Why give you all that money if I can just go and just get everyday house paint, do it myself? And you're going to get up there on camera and say, but look, there's a slight little hue, a slight little different, and they're going to laugh at you and like, no, buddy, no, they look exactly the same. And we need you to step away from the screen, come back here where we're at and look at the screen. No one's going to be that close. Because how are they going to sell that product? How are they going to basically mass produce and sell that product? Every time they go before a client, they're going to go, see the difference. You got to get really close to see the difference. Client going to look like, you lost your mind. Get out of my place of business. No, you have to show a difference between night and day. It should never be matching as well. Now, I think when he first started off, he says his first time, when he first started off, as the video starts to progress, you can see him starting getting more and more nervous. You can see the way his eyes were shifting back and forth. Then he starts going into these stories, off-topic stories. When I do off-topic stories, because we beat the daylights out of the screen, we're done. I sit there and say, well, you know, there's no point in me being here. I might just go upstairs to do something else. We already seen what we need to see. I certify screen, take this my screen. That screen would turn white against my screen. Those are gunmetals. So after I see that, I'm like, look, we're done. That's it. Because I want to see a difference. Yeah, that's he got really antsy in this, man. Look at this right here. This right here. I'm gonna try to skip around the talking. He goes into this random talking. Look at this. You see your white levels, man. He's trying to hide as much as possible, moving his hand in front of the camera to suggest. He doesn't do this in any of his videos, he just did it in this particular video only. He got real nervous. Yeah. I think when he got right into it and things started matching, things started looking more and more and more like his product, this is where he started raising things in front of the screen. He got really nervous after that. So, from anyone looking at this video, if your screen pulled at slightly higher contrast, you know what you just told your fans? They can make your product. They look at that and go, so all I got to do is just drop, they'll experiment. They'll drop 1 tablespoon, 2 tablespoons until they hit that mark. That's all they got to do to overshadow your screen. That's it. Because it already matched the base. The only thing it missed on was a little bit of the contrast. And all a customer would do is just drop in one. Mind, that paint has nothing in it. Nothing. No silver, nothing. So all they would have to do is just drop in 1 tablespoon of black into a quart, and boom, they got your stuff that fast, that quick. Because that's all they would have to do. Is adjust the contrast. That's it. As for color-wise, it matched your screen. And if they're able to bump the contrast just by a little, they overpowered your screen just by a little bit. But enough. And that's what the trolls were in there doing. The trolls were in there watching your demonstration because your buddy trolls that are in there are making your product. I guarantee you, they're making it. If you do dirty, sneaky stuff at the end of the day, and you have friends that do dirty and sneaky stuff at the end of the day, and this is the company that you keep, then guess what? They're going to do the same dirty thing back to you. They said there's no honor in thieves. Yeah, they're making your stuff. They're making your product. They're rebranding your stuff. I guarantee you. And since you have no test demonstrations under your products, well, they really don't have to prove anything. You could say, well, that's not my product because I do such and so tests, but you don't do any tests. See, we do countless tests. And the environments our screens sit in that everyday gray screen paints can't produce in those environments. And we've seen black paints. We've seen Partey try to make black screen paints. It didn't go too well. Screens were hot spotting. They were in dark environments. The colors were coming up too dark. He wasn't doing black on black, which means you have to demonstrate some black products. He wasn't doing his black on pour out against black paints. None of that at all, period. He wasn't doing any of the tests. That's pretty bad. 773. And how we found out about this demonstration, like I said, when he called my house, asked him for the confirmation to buy. That's how we asked him. I said, why I got you on the phone? Did you do the network grade 773? So yeah, I did 2 demonstrations, and this is what we pulled up. Now, I thought you were going to do a fast demonstration. Nobody was going to know about it. Oh, yeah, once we get our hands on it, we'll break it down for you. I'll drop it down at the slowest speed and break it down for you. Let people see everything they need to see. This is supposed to be a $3,000 projector. This is a $3,300 projector. Are you kidding me? That looks this bad? I said he was using probably the ultra short throw. If he was using a long throw, his shadow would have been cast back here on the back of the screen. This is an ultra short throw display. So if he had a long throw in front of him, yeah, he wouldn't be sitting here because the projector would nail him right in the face. He's right in line with the screen. Ha! Yeah, ultra short throw. That's what he's using. That is a $3,000 ultra short throw 4K projector. Look how washed out that looks. That is pretty bad. I told you can have the most advanced projector in the world. If you got a crappy screen, you're going to get a crappy picture. Look at the tannish look to the screen when the screen has a kind of a tannish discoloration because it's having a very difficult time. Oh, we got to definitely break this down. We got to break it down. We got to break it down. We got to break it down. P2 is washing out on the screen. There's no way in the world they would be this was a promo demonstration. They wouldn't make any money. This is so washed out. That is so bad. This is supposed to be red. The red you have back here is redder than this. This is what I told you. This is what black and white paint does. It washes out really bad. This is how we know it. Wow, that is really, really bad. That is really, really bad. That's really washed out. That is really, really washed out. What in the world is going on here? Yeah, that's really, really washed out. He was so fixated on the fact of trying to beat the network grade 773 deal with, and I don't know how he was trying to accept the fact that his screen was matching it. He really wasn't paying close attention to the P2 displaying on his screen paint that it completely washed out. That's a washed out image. Man, you people with great screen paint products, you naysayers, you guys use at the end of the day? That's how your screen's supposed to look. $500 projector sitting behind me, right there. See that? This is what your screen's supposed to look like. So you get an idea of what red is supposed to look like on your screen. And yeah, we're the dedicated theater room, yes, but my lights in here are nice and bright. There you go. Now you get an understanding how it works. Real quick, here. How about this? Lights off, lights on. Lights off, lights on. Lights off, lights on. See? There you go. That's what red's supposed to look like. Now, not to my customers, and my customers you guys know already, but if you naysayers out there with that, supporting that stuff at the end of the day, this is what red looks like. So you get to see how that looks? That's red. See, go closer. That is red. It's not supposed to be washed out. Let's put our lights back on, right? Boom. This is red. This is how red looks. I'm not trying to embarrass you, but I swear some of the messages I get from you guys are freaking hilarious at the end of the day. You don't know what the color red is. Now, let me show you. This is not what a $3,300 projector is supposed to look like. Do you see how washed out that is? You know what washes out like that? House paint. Everyday black and white house paint washes out that way. Oh, and network gray. It also washes out that same way. And it's black paint in the network gray, so you know that. When they make it, they put black in it. They don't put anything else in it. They put black in it. That's it. That's how the network gray is made. It's black and white paint. It's a tone to it of what they have. That's all it is. But that paint behind you is on a laser 4K projector, and it can't pick up the color red or any of the other colors. This is where you start showing objects. Sad right there. We can't keep going down that road. That's really sad. You see how washed out that is? That's not supposed to look like that. And right now, my dedicated theater room with the lights on is brighter than air. My screen is about 100. I'm going 135, but we got it right now at 127 inch in the room back there. My projector sits back 18 feet from my screen. That's pretty bad. That's faded out on a projector like that. And at that, that's an ultra short though, which means it's sitting probably about 2 inches, 2 feet, 2 inches from the screen. Mine sits 18 feet. And if you say, well, yours is 5,000. You still can't station already before. Grays don't pick up on baby projectors, they wash out. They're having a difficult time. I told you, see how this image is washed out? If they're having a difficult time pulling up in this environment right here, sorry about that, in this environment right here, with on a 100-inch screen, it's probably about a 100-inch screen, about a 100-inch screen, how in the world are you going to get a screen of that size to pull up on 148 or anything bigger? You can't, because the image is already going to have a hard enough time trying to pull up in a fully lit environment at 100 inches. It's going to wash out. It's going to fade. It's not going to pick up. So how are you going to do it at 148? You can't. That's the problem. It's house paint. House paint reacts the same way. Look at that. Unbelievable. All right, so let's cut and show me the things to do. You partake black paint versus white paint demonstration. You need to do that because customers need to know whether or not if you are selling them free paint. And this is a product that you made way back, used to give away free. That's why he talks about his Frankenstein, and he says his Frankenstein is the first paint he made. No, that's a definite lie. Frankenstein wasn't the first paint he made. If the Frankenstein was the first paint you made, it would have been free. And if you sit there and argue and say, oh, that's not true, then explain to me what the heck is this video right here? Tell us what that video is. Clear, and that's the painting you have in the back because it's you, and that's your hand. That's you right there in the video. That's you. So So you tell us how in the world, right there, you're showing people what would be the purpose of this video if you weren't giving it away for free? What's the purpose of it? Who goes up there? That's like me going up there and making the ingredients for my black formula, and then later on want to charge you for it. Now, if you're going to sit there and say, oh, but the products we have are different, they're not the same, then you need to display that today. Show us the day that you are not cheating your customers or anybody else that orders from you, that they're buying an actual legit screen paint and they're not buying a free paint. You just sold them a free paint. Now, you remember I just showed you the demonstrations of that slight little bump. You guys go, no, we don't want to see any of that. We don't want to see no slight little bumps, no hiccups, none of that. We want to see a difference between night and day, a huge, massive change. That's what we want to see. We don't want to see the same repeat, the same videos you've been doing over and over again. If you do that, it's going to be posted at the bottom, and that'll be another demonstration we have against you. You'll be going up doing these fake demonstrations. Please do not get up from your chair, walk all the way over to the screen to show a contrast level, because that's the most embarrassing thing I've ever seen. This guy literally got up, he had to walk over to the screen, take the camera, put it that close to the screen, and says, look, you can see a black level right. It's really, really, really unprofessional. You don't see Diamond or any of them big companies saying, hey, look, you can see the black level, let me get real. No, they don't do that. Where do you get that from? Slowing it down while we're in slowing it down. Now, if he decides not to do the demonstration today, if he hasn't done it, you have a week to get this done. There should be no excuses. 1 solid week. There should be no excuses. If it takes you more than, you should have it done by the day. Honestly, it should be done by the day. But if it takes you more than 2 days to get that done, you already have your answer. You bought free paint. Now, this was a challenge that we gave him a year ago. It was never done. This ain't the first time we gave him this challenge. Crows had this challenge multiple times and have never done it. So again, you got free paint on your wall. The church that purchased the product, they got free paint. Anyone who has this product on their wall, you just paid for free paint. I broke it down in slow motion for you, so you can actually get a grasp of what you got. That's why when your naysayers come in and start running your mouth, I laugh at y'all. You paid for free paint. Literally, that's what you paid for. We'll put the whole blacklist down there for you so you can go in there and you can see it for yourself. Let's bring it up a little bit more on this one. There we go. That's better. And this is, like I said, there's demonstrations they don't want you to see at the end of the day. And this is one of them they do not want you to see. This video, we got things to do today. I got 2 batch paintings to do today. All right, see the painting in the background? There you go, all that stuff. Yeah, y'all pay for free paint. Now, we always give people the opportunity to prove themselves. Crow made a very big mistake one time. We was in a live stream and we had this black vinyl screen we were doing this demonstration on, actually the white part versus our product. And he sat there and said, he came in the room, he was in the room, he said, I want to see you take that vinyl screen, turn around and show it against the black screen. I said, no problem, fine. I will find a demonstration, you got it there. And in the live stream, I turned it around. And you know what happened? The vinyl screen couldn't produce a high enough white level where our screen produced an amazing white level. You have to understand, and I explained to him on camera, I'm not you. I test my products at the end of the day. So yeah, no problem. That same thing about our projectors being too bright. Yeah, my projector settings, my projector is sitting in eco mode. Matter of fact, we did a demonstration here on the ultra short, though Sony, it was in eco mode 5 the entire time. So no problem, I've done that. I got tons of demonstrations on that. Camera settings, I actually have recordings of me recording my camera in live while I was doing it live and changing my settings to show that no, nothing changes on the screen. So you don't use that, you don't got that anymore. At one point when our black technology was producing amazing white levels, they tried to say the screens were gray. That's where the pour out black and black demonstrations came in at. Ah, there you go. We run all our tests. But at the end of the day, these challenges like this, what happened to the challenge we just put out on the ultra short though test? Was that done? No, it was never done. You know why? Because they can't back it up. 1100 lumen challenge test outside, never done. And for those of you who are seeing this video for the first time thinking, well, you know what? Hey, you don't need Crow to do these tests. How about you do it yourself? Oh, you don't want to because you don't want to find out the truth. That's the connection. There we go. A lot of his customers were going in and doing the demonstrations themselves so that way they can come on YouTube and prove me wrong. And guess what? None of those videos ever surfaced. You know why? Because they found out for themselves that the screens matched. Oh, big giant 250 outside. Yeah, we don't see them on his website. He doesn't have them. When you talk about ambient light rejection technology, you don't know what ambient light rejection. We don't have your screen paints are not ambient light. That's he does tell you that because they're not. When you naysayers start talking trash about how your product, no, you don't pull up in a fully lit environment. We do. That demonstration was done at around 4:53 in the evening at 18 feet back on a $270 projector. So when you guys start talking all this trash, I just send you this video right here, and that's the end of the conversation. We got over on here, on this particular setup on this roll, we got over about 300, 400 pictures on this roll right here alone, showing off the technology ability to be able to pull off in fully lit environments with no problem. If you ever want to challenge me in ambient light rejection technology, you don't want to do that at the end of the day. I will crush you with no problem. I'm not trying to be rude here. I know my skill level. Show me any pictures of this on your website. Nothing at all. Certified companies don't even have pictures like this. Look at this. Do 150 inches side by side. They don't do stuff like this. Show me. Y'all can't. Y'all show me the exact same picture sitting in the dark all day long. Now, if my screens can pull up like this outside on projectors that cost us nothing, what do you think this technology does inside the house? Ambient light rejection technology is extremely important in this decade and time. It really is. And for anyone who doesn't have it, well, their product is just wrong. And those who claim to have ambient light rejection technology, including you certifieds too, because I'm definitely talking about you certified companies. Not so much the hobbyists, but you certified companies get on my freaking nerves, boy. I tell y'all do the research. Sorry about that. Buggy internet. Anyway, you certified companies get on my freaking nerves, and I'll tell you why. I'm just gonna put this in here real quick. You guys come out here doing these demonstrations with these overpriced, insane projectors. Your screens are freaking way too much money, but again, that's up to you. At the end of the day, what you do. But $5,000 for a screen? You kidding me? That I have to use in an ambient light controlled environment and then turn around and have to calibrate my projector that I didn't spend thousands and thousands of dollars for just so I can pull up an image in a poorly lit environment? Are you kidding me? The bathroom has more light than that. Use it in your room. This is stuff that you have. A narrow viewing cone effect. Are you kidding me? But yet I'm outside displaying a screen on this level with no discoloration, no washout on a projector that costs my customers anywhere from under $300. Are you kidding me? And they don't have to calibrate jack at the end of the day, and that's 720p? Are you kidding me? This is a problem I have with certifieds. You hobbyists, at the end of the day, have to understand that we don't consider you to be a challenge We do this to you to make sure you know your place. When we put your product against that screen, it's not to show that your product is the best of the best. It's to show you to keep your mouth quiet, stay in your lane. You don't want to mess with this stuff. Let us deal with the big boys. We play with the certified screens. That's who we like to play with in the day. You're not even supposed to be at our lunch table. You know the lunch table, you have the popular kids. You're not supposed to be at that lunch table. Those certifieds, on the other hand, we have no problem with them being there because, again, at the end of the day, those are the screens that we hunt for. Those are the ones we want. You don't even hunt for those screens. Have you done your demonstrations against Diamond? How many certified screens have you actually tested against? None. Well, you have tested against some of them, and we've seen those demonstrations. Being in the dark doing the demonstration is not good enough. When I tell you your environment is too dark, I'm not joking with you. Your environment is too dark. Ta-da! That's how it's supposed to be done. Your environment is too dark. Now, you're doing demonstrations where you're saying a black screen can't pull up and the environment is straight. You're kidding me? You're sitting in the dark trying to claim that a black technology we developed doesn't comes up too dark and you can't see it? Are you colorblind? Apparently you are because you're different. So you must be colorblind. Anytime you want to match me picture challenge, you want to match me environment challenge, you want to pack me projectors as in low cost in the 4-4 you let me know. I will blow you clean out of the water with no problem whatsoever. Won't even drop an ounce of sweat and go to the next to the certified screens. Come on, man. We do this all day. This is what we do. We specialize in this all day. When I go to forum sites and I see people showing off their outdoor screens, on the website, doesn't it? Wait, let's go over here. Let's go over here. We got many pictures I have. This is a demonstration where I literally painted the screen outside. By the way, Crow screen paint right here. Over here at the bottom, this is Crow. This is ours. This is black technology right here. This is a white screen. It shows you what you get outside versus our technology. Look at this outside demonstration with a $68 motorized projection screen. We be crush it. Look at that. Countless demonstrations, man. When people ask me, can I use a motorized projection screen outside with your product? Yes, you can. Here you go. Here's the pictures. There you go. Just having some fun. We're just running through the pictures, have some fun. Look at this. You want to see something more impressive? Ambient light rejection tests on our technology. You know how we do those? We lay a screen outside flat and we take a projector, stick it about 10 feet up from the screen. That projector is going to have to hit that screen and maintain an image while the screen lays on the ground, being hit with tons of outside fires. When I try to explain to you hobbyists, when we do test demonstrations, you do not match us. This is nothing. This is just, I can give you a challenge on this right now today. It's not being rude or disrespectful. You got a problem. That's why you cancel orders. You know why you cancel orders? You think if I took Crow screen paint and I did a demonstration right now outside on a Starfield demonstration with that projector, that's 2,500 lumens, by the way, at 10 feet up in a fully lit environment. If we did that demonstration of this product, you think he would pull Starfield? No, he won't. That's why they don't want their products coming over here. We have nightmare tests over here. Our tests over here are nightmares. So how does a screen, as you claimed, in your dark environment, I'm going to start calling your environment the dungeon, literally, in your environment where our screen paint you claim that you got is coming up so dark you can't see it, but yet at 2,500 lumens, 10 feet up, we can nail a white level right there on the ground. And there's no walls protecting that screen, no ceilings, no curtains, none of that good stuff. Some of y'all, it's the first time you ever seen these demonstrations. Just go through and scroll through the stuff we had. This is all the stuff we have on display. Isn't that impressive? All right, let's come out of here for a minute. I'm done with these. We got there's so many in here, it's not even funny. We got over maybe about 300, 400. We got a lot of pictures in there. These are pictures we did demonstrations down through time. Customer demonstrations. I don't see a lot of customer demonstrations on the page. Video customer demonstrations here, so added more in there. Let's go over to the gaming demonstrations right there. Ambient rejection technology over here. Let me see what's going on over here. You see this demonstration right here? You guys are sitting up in the dark doing demonstrations, and this is my screen. At 127 inches, that sits in a bay of windows. And you guys want to talk about your environments. Look at that. Jamie, just to let you know, Partey, this is how you do an ambient rejection demonstration. This is how it's done. The reason why we had to say this because these guys are always in the dark. What is the deal with the dark? My goodness, get out of the dark for goodness sakes, man. Do a decent video for goodness sakes. I'm so sick and tired of seeing these videos of you guys in the dark, in the dark, in the dark, in the dark, in the dark. You gotta be kidding me. Showing a bunch of bright little colors across the screen that are all washed and faded out. You can't even pull a decent contrast level next to a window. I'm gonna hear the Karen calls today. Oh, you should know better. That is wrong. No, you should know how to do a better demonstration. Projecting off the ceiling and projecting right there. Look at the same time. You give you a challenge on here, you would never complete it. It'd be virtually impossible. You can't project off the ceiling. You can't pick up a contrast level, and either way, you're not going to pick up. That's an ultra short though Sony projector, 720p, sitting on the floor. It cost me $300. That's basically about it. Oh man, look at this. Look at the pictures. You want to talk about the difference between night and day? These are my demonstrations on my product versus black house paint, black fabric, you name it. You see the difference between the product between night and day? There's no such thing as a slight little hue. No, we don't have that nonsense. It doesn't match. That's all to it. So over here we got meters in the room. There's the meters right there bouncing in the room. Show you how much light we have in here. This is what you're supposed to be able to see. There you go. Now, when a company contacts us and they want to drop a couple $1,000s into Mr. Bird's banking account because they want to go out and they want to have a black screen, the first thing that comes up in the conversation is, can I do the same thing with house paint? Or can I do the same thing with a sheet or whatever? Would I get the same results? That's two different versions of house paint right there. One's called Midnight, the other one's called Black Magic. Not a fan of the name, but that's what it's called. Anyway, and the first thing they ask us is, can I do the same thing? No, you cannot. You know why? Because a black fabric or whatever it may be cannot accept and register white light. I'm pretty sure that people over at Sherwin-Williams or any other place were making a product like, let's just make this product and they paint it on the water and use it as a projection screen. That was not the purpose of it. It is black. It does not receive and understand white light. Where the technology we have there is black and can receive and understand white light because there's a formula inside of it called a heightener that allows the screen to have the ability to be able to do so. But the problem you have with your gray screen paint is your product is matching. It's not supposed to match in any way whatsoever. So that right there is a $556 product laying against that wall right there. And right there are all these different pieces of fabric I'm throwing against my screen. Just in case if anybody's got the idea of black mesh or black fabric, maybe we can do the same thing. No, you cannot. You see the difference. You see what happens if you take any kind of black material, paint, whatever, and you try to paint your screen, you have an absolute nightmare at the end of the day. You will pick up your contrast levels, yes, but your white levels will suffer. Your color will suffer. And Jamie, Partey, and also to the other fellow, Silent Wake, you see right there how we know your demonstrations are fake. Because black paint reacts the exact same way on our screen, and we watch your demonstrations, they look exactly the same way as that. That's going to be quite embarrassing when you finally place the order. Well, we're good with him. When you finally place the, we're not good with him, but you know what I mean. When you finally place the order and yeah, it does this instead of that. That's why we're almost going into 2 months and we don't have an order from them yet. See, that's what you have to do. You can't go, oh, it's a slight color hue. See right here, the color right here, it's a slight color. No, there's no matching here at all, period. If you notice my environment, Fernando, it's not dark. You do your demonstrations in dark environments. We don't do demonstrations in dark environments, fully lit environments. If I'm dealing with a company, if I'm dealing with a customer or whatever, we have to do all those demonstrations in full environments. There you go. See all that right there? Here, here's my favorite one. This is the paint on demonstration. So we paint into the screen. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. See you doing this demonstration. Would you like for me to make this a challenge for both of you today for you to draw into your screen? That's one of my favorite demonstrations right there. And let's see what happens if we just try to play a regular video with all that. Look how marked up that screen is. Wow. It doesn't even pick up a proper white level. Isn't that impressive? Our technology can pick up that high white level. This is what I'm talking about, people. You have to see a difference between night and day. Now, this is not to belittle you people who are buying our products. No, this is to educate you and help you out. These are the demonstrations you should be looking for when you buy a screen paint product. It has to be able to back itself. Do you see me rolling over top that screen with the product? I painted over that screen 3 times in that demonstration. 3 times in that demonstration. Marked it up, painted over it 3 times in a row in that demonstration. When they don't do this is why they get mad and angry at us, because again, we keep raising the bar on them. Anytime I do a demonstration like that, people are going to expect for them to do the same thing that we're doing, but they can't. And that's why they get angry, and that's why they get upset, and that's why they get mad, and they bring out that little black screen and go, oh, this is how their product looks. Well, no, you can't do that, buddy, because that's not our product, because you never ordered from us, and we're still waiting for those orders to go through. So you can stop all that one. That doesn't work anymore. What else you got? You got me drawing right into the screen right there. Here you go. So when we do business with companies will look at this demonstration and they'll see the results of what they're going to get. So if you take everyday black paint or fabric or whatever you get and you paint it on your screen, this is how marked up your screen's going to come out. Let me show you something really quick here. There you go. In case you can't see it too well. That's how marked up your screen's going to come out. You see the sports car, the Lamborghini right there? You see how marked up that looks with all that black, the paint on it? Yeah, that's what happens when you take everyday black paint that doesn't have the ability to be able to accept and read white light. You can't just go to, you're doing business with somebody and say, hey, look, we got this paint. You know, you painted on something that doesn't have, it can receive white light. They want proof. They want proof. And for the screen showing you the difference. No, you have to do that from a distance, because that's where you're going to be standing with them when they're looking at your screen. You can't break the pack and go all the way over and go, look, can you see it's right here? Come here. Follow me. Get right up on top of it. It's right over there. You can see. They don't want to tolerate that nonsense. You should be able to see that from a distance. There you go. Now, you see how it's done. I don't know what video we choose. This is the video he did, right? Isn't this the video he did with his with the bear with the screen paint he used? Same video, right? Yeah, we know. You see how marked up it looks? See how you can see the difference between night and day? But on his demonstration, you can't see that because on the time he gets up, he comes back, he starts putting up the respirator and all that stuff showing up. Yeah, we know. Look at that. See how the reds come up nice and deep on our screen? They don't wash out. See how the black screen can't even pick it up? That black paint? There you go. Your screen with the black paint has the heightener technology. Now, as individuals trying to make a black paint, this is one of the tests you have to go through. I said one. There's about 30 you have to go through when it comes to black technology. This is a very hard screen to prove that it can do what it can do. It requires a lot of testing. And you can't be in dark environments when you do it. Excuse me. This is what you have to back up. If you can't match that demonstration, your product's worth nothing. It's a brutal test. I love brutal tests. Why would it? The challenge is too easy. Why even do it? All right. So now you see the difference between that and that. The colors there. We got it going on the screen right now. That. Hey, let's go over here real quick. I like we did this one over here. Skywork demonstration right here. The problem is that you can't have it. No, I can't. I'm not gonna explain that. I'll figure that out. And I've seen you guys on Instagram too. I actually partake on Instagram, but I've seen Crow on Instagram. Y'all don't do well over there. That's why I got mad and tried to make the fake accounts and try to slander us. Didn't do too well, did it? Yeah. People know the real stuff when they see it. So mark that up. See how you got to show that difference between night and day. See that? Between night and day. It can't match. There you go. So you can understanding how it works. All that slight little hue and all that nonsense. No, 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 no. It can't match. It must show a difference. So there is no way in the world you're going to be able to convince a company to drop money into this unless they don't know. That's the only way. This is what they hope for. People who sell products like this are hoping that people don't see these videos, and they're hoping that no one questions it at all, period. So they can try to sell the best sales pitch they can sell. But if you're dealing with a serious company at the end of the day, or any company, and they're going to buy a lot of paint, they're going to ask that question. Well, what's the difference between me going over to Home Depot and just getting everyday black and white paint? I can mix that together. Or there's plenty of people on YouTube actually making gray screen paint products. I can just buy. There's another fellow who shows you how to make it for free. So what's the difference between your product and theirs? What's the difference between me just going out and just getting some gray primer or whatever? What's the difference? You can't show that difference because you couldn't show the difference in Network Grade 773, and that product right there has nothing in it. It's just right off the shelf. You have to add anything to that. Where's your difference? You have no difference in between night and day. Nothing there. So, people, today, we'll give them, let me see, he'll have 3 days. If he ignores the demonstration, it's not a challenge. At the end of the day, he should be showing it. It should be a challenge. He should show it. But he ignores it, or he goes about his business like it doesn't exist, then it just clearly shows you at the end of the day, you just bought free paint. Bad enough, your product is matching Network Grade 773 with no problem. But the bigger question is, are you selling them free paint? Because this stuff has nothing in it. It's no black paint or glitter or nothing. It's just right off the shelf. But that video you have right there, that black and white mixture, that's something you were giving away for free. And are you selling products that are free products at the end of the day? So what we need for him to do is that you're going to make this product live on YouTube and match it against your products. We don't want to see anything like that. We don't want to see any bumps and hiccups. You walking over to the screen, you're knocking over the camera, you're waving your hand in front of the camera. None of that at all, period. Do it professional, please. If you noticed on his website, he doesn't have that video. You know that? This video is not on his website. He doesn't have it on there. Period. You know why? Because he doesn't want anybody to see it. That's why. Where we have all our test demonstrations of our products versus black and paint, black fabric, black vinyl, black mesh. We have all those posted on our website for people to see. But this is not posted on this website anywhere. All right. I got batch number to do today. I got emails to answer. You have until 3 days to get this demonstration done. And good luck. That's all I can say. You know, no one should have to ask you to do these tests. No one's ever had to come in and say, hey, Mr. Burr, we need you to do so and so and so test. And we do these automatically from the door. Sometimes we just do them for fun, we just see what we can get away with. But see if our product will go through it and whatever has to go through it. We do our demonstrations live, every last one of them. So we can back our products up, back our tests, and post them to the website with no problem whatsoever. Where you have not posted this none of these demonstrations at all. What do we have here? This is the, let me go back up to this one right here to the top. Oh, I forgot we can't edit from here. We're on the wrong computer. I gotta be downstairs to do that one. We'll go downstairs and set it up down there. Okay. Let's go over to go back over to another section here. We're done here, people. He's got to do this today. So we need to see it today. It's 3 days to get it done. Shouldn't take long to do it, to tell you the truth. I don't care what kind of paint you get. It doesn't have to be the same in the video. Don't care. I don't want to hear excuses where I can't get that paint anymore. It doesn't make a difference. Any form of black and white paint. That's what I want to see. And when you pop the lids, show the lids. We want to make sure that the paint is actually black and not dark gray. Yeah, you'll be doing that demonstration. Now the demonstration, he's going to be requested to do 2, 3, 4, and 5. That's what we did to make his products down here. This is what we used to do it. So that's what he has to do. And he has to put against his products to see if they are matching in any way. Now, mind you, in the mind of Crow and how he works, is the fact that if the paint has one little slight little difference, and I make it be a little bump, something you're never going to see. He'll say, oh, no, it's different. It's a massive change. You must have been horrible at games when you were a kid, because I can imagine your cheat level with kids when you were a kid. Pretty much, I knew kids like that. One little slight little inch or difference, and they blow it like the whole entire world just dropped off its axle. But no, it can't match in any way whatsoever. So to give you an idea, that's why I showed you the demonstration with our product versus black paint. That's why. That's what you need to show. A difference. We don't want to see this stuff right here. We definitely don't want to see anything looking like this. And I don't care what projector you use. It really doesn't make a difference. We really don't care about that. We don't care if you do it in the dark. We don't care if you do it in a fully lit environment. It doesn't make a difference. It can't match the screen in any way whatsoever. No bumps, no hiccups, none of that. Oh, I hope my cat wasn't sitting in that chair. We don't want to see any of that at all, period. All right, buddy boy, you got your work cut out for you. Get it done, because, man, you still got that challenge to do with that ultra short, though, too. We're still waiting for that challenge, and that hasn't been done yet. So customers need to know whether or not if they're paying for free paint, and you need to back that up today. Gotta go. Thank you all. God bless.